Hi, good evening everyone. Yep, it's Wednesday again. All right, good to see all of you here. All right, let me see if this is really going on live first. Yeah, okay, so if there's anyone there tuning in right now, do say hi so that I know that everything is okay, if you can hear me. All right, just drop a message to ensure that you can hear me, the sound is fine. And tonight's session itself will be when the stars align up. Okay, basically hopefully it will be a more interactive session. Hi Chang Feng. Okay, right, forever Chang Feng is like the first one there tuning in. Yeah, we're on time today, Chang Feng. Okay, sound loud and clear. Thank you. Hi Annie Shin from KK. Shirley Ter. Okay, hi. Thank you for tuning in. All right, so yeah, tonight's session itself will be when the stars align. Okay, so basically I'm going to use tonight's Facebook Live itself to talk about in terms of astrology, right, Chinese metaphysics and all that. Okay, why is it so important for us to actually in a way pay so much attention into the astronomical sort of alignment, okay, when the planets alignment and all that? Why is it so important, and how is it going to impact us, okay, and how can we actually make use of that? All right, so yeah, all right, the sound is fine, Anishin, thank you. Imelda again from KK. Hi, from Singapore, Aistan. Hello, Ais. Okay, Don Lim there. Saman Zaidi, hello. Okay, thank you for tuning in. All right, hi Donna Poon, Sok Yi, Angeline Ang. All right, so first of all, probably for those of you who are early, we just give a bit of time, okay, right? Lau Tony, all right, hello, thanks for tuning in. Right, for those of you who are here, right, probably you can actually try, okay, to share with me, recall what have you been feeling for the past 2 years, as in last year in 2020 and 2021 up to now. Okay, we are in officially September already. It's like any specific emotions or feelings, right? Okay, that you feel more intensely, okay, for this 2 years itself. All right, just share with me, for those of you who are you feel okay to share any specific sort of emotion that you feel probably not so much before, okay, in the years before, but you intensively feel them, especially these 2 years. Probably it's due to the pandemic, the whole confinement, MCO restrictions, sort of things or whatsoever. All right, do share with me. Okay, so it's we're going to not talk about that and discuss about that. Hi Leanne Lim, CW Ang, nice to see all of you here, and then a lot of very, very familiar names. Okay, hi Ken Ang, okay, Sabrina Tan, thank you for tuning in, and of course those of you, okay, if you can, I would really appreciate it if you can help me to actually share out this session, okay, so that I can actually help to reach out to more people. All right, so I mean, I've been trying very, very hard, okay, to be very honest, trying to actually reach out as many people as possible, especially for this Sunday session. So I'm not sure, those of you, Paul David, okay, you all sound familiar. I'm sure you all have signed up for this Sunday special workshop and you have gotten your ebook, okay, right? Leanne Lim says frustrated and anxious. Okay, hi John Vega, okay, Camelia, Rina, right, feeling down and lack of enthusiasm. That's a good observations. Okay, thank you for sharing, Rina, and also Leanne Lim. All right, so Saman Zaidi says that you feel sad and angry. Mostly I'm not like that. All right, that's good, because you see, I mean, for those of you who follow me all this while, okay, Saman Zaidi, I recently see that you have been following quite a lot of my workshops. Of course, John Vega, Leanne Lim has been in a way has been around for some time now. All these are veteran now, all of you. Rina also is you've been feeling down and lack of enthusiasm. Now, remember those emotions, okay, right? Because it's especially those of you who actually in a way subscribe to the free ebook, okay, that I have, all right? So read through it, okay, and then try to join the workshop for this Sunday. Right, because this Sunday workshop itself is fully complimentary. There's a lot of things I want to share with you. It's so much deeper. We will talk about the whole is a thing about the special planetary alignment thing, okay, down to the details of action oriented, the strategies. What can we do? Let's say, for instance, those of you who feel sad and angry, how is the star alignment going to impact you personally? Because this Sunday we're going to talk about looking into your own parts chart, not only on the animal sign of the year, but throughout the 4 pillars. Okay, we're going to zoom into that, right? Okay, let's say, for instance, Wendy, you says that you feel uncertainty and all that. That's good. Remember, this few days itself before the Sunday comes, recall all this emotion. recall the feeling, okay? What are the feelings or emotions that you feel intensively, especially for these 2 years? Remember it, jot it down, take a workbook or whatever, and then when Sunday, okay, when you come and join that session itself, right, okay, right, chances is it will help you to have more clarity. And then after that, I will also share with you what can you do, okay, in the upcoming months itself before that big day, all right? I'm sure many of you have gotten the ebook. How many of you have actually gotten the ebook and you have read through them, okay? Because it's like, if I'm not mistaken, it's about 30 pages, okay? If you really read through them, you have gotten the ebook, okay, that's good. For those of you who have not gotten the ebook, okay, please get it, okay, because this is seriously once in a lifetime, like sort of like I would say opportunity for us to make use, okay, of the alignment of the stars, okay, and to maximize our potential, okay, on Earth itself. So today's session is all about that. For those of you who have helped me to actually share this session out, okay, to your Facebook connections and friends, thank you so much. And those of you who have just joined me, it will be good if you can really help me to actually share this session out. Please help me to just click the share on your Facebook, okay, so that more people will be connected, okay, with all this information. So yeah, okay, again, let me bring out, okay, the slides for today. Right, today's session is all about when the stars align. And I want to recap, okay, I'm not sure it's all of you have actually followed me, okay, there's a few weeks ago on August 11, if I'm not mistaken, okay, I've actually also shared certain informations why August is so important. Why the monkey month, or in Chinese, we call it the Chinese ghost month, right? It is so important because it marks a beginning of an opening of a portal, okay? It is also, I would say that a month, okay, where it re-emphasizes, okay, the energy of the alignment of the stars, okay? So overall, why do we want to actually, in a way, even get to know more about metaphysics or astrology, about feng shui, bazi, and all these things, I Ching, or even date selection? Why do we want this knowledge? Why we want all this information? Now remember, it is not to actually make us to be more paranoid or even more superstitious about it. We are not selling a belief, okay? You don't really have to believe in all these things. You just need to be aware of it, understand how it works, okay? At the same time, okay, it can actually help to bring awareness to ourselves, so that when we are aware, we are conscious about most of the things, even though it's most of the things are our emotions, our feelings, and all that are mostly governed by unconscious, okay, right? But when we use all these astrological tools and all that, right, it brings this subconscious or unconscious informations or feelings or thoughts, right, okay, to the conscious level, so that we can actually pay more attention to it, right, in a way, cipher all this information and then break through if we need to, and enhance ourselves energetically, so that we ensure that in this lifetime itself, right, okay, energy level in ourselves itself is keep raising the energy. It means, in other words, we become better and better. We become lighter and lighter energetically. And that's what, the purpose of all this, spiritual path, metaphysics, or even religious is all about, okay? All these things is all about, making us human as a soul itself, right, okay, become lighter and lighter in energy. So when it comes to metaphysics, right, you can see here, of course, there are different, in a way, different dimension, okay, of energy, right, okay, and I've mentioned about this. You have the 3D, okay, the third dimension, the fourth dimension, or the fifth dimension, and each of it itself, okay, for us, okay, on the man, you can see on we have heaven, earth, and man. Heaven, earth, and man in Chinese we call 天時地利人和, and then in Western people, they always say that, oh, we have to actually, in a way, do the right thing at the right time, okay, in the right with the right people, right? So it's our environment, the right timing, and doing the right action is very important and crucial for our growth, okay, for our success. Example, right? So in Chinese metaphysics, we place this down into the cosmic trinity of the heaven, earth, and man. And of course, heaven's luck, okay, or heaven is one thing that what we aim, okay, to actually, in a way, achieve eventually, all right? That is the fifth dimensional sort of a world, okay? So that is later we will, in a way, go into this as well. But overall, most of the people, okay, are living, okay, still in the 3D world. The 3D world itself, okay, it in a way that is everyone is in a way thinking about ourselves, okay. Of course, it is important to self-love, right? But eventually, when we raise the energy, we learn more about loving people around us, okay, embracing our environment. That's when now people talk about recycle, loving planet Earth, okay, loving animals, loving plants. There are different people who actually, in a way, ascended to a level that they, in a way, that they feel that instead of just loving self, they have to start loving, okay, the environment. All right, so when we actually do that, okay, we actually ascended to the four-dimensional world, okay? So that is about environment. And of course, the fifth dimensional world itself is like where our energy is at its highest level, okay? That is when we are in a way at the flow state. We feel that everything is effortless. It is so easy for us to actually achieve things. And when I share this, okay, you see, I really share this because I have been through, everyone in a way started from the 3D, okay, like in a way state, all right? So I've gone through that. I've gone through my life itself, as in like how I struggle, how I really work very hard. You know, in Chinese we call 冇日冇夜, okay? It's like you have to work very hard for it, and yet, right, okay, you are struggling, you wanted things to come to you, and yet that it doesn't really comes by. Now, it will be good, darling, can you please help to control them a bit, because it's very destructive, okay? My babies are like playing games here, okay, when I'm like going on live. Every time I go on live, I don't know why, she likes to actually like, you know, harness my attention by playing all these noisy toys, okay? So it's like, you know, the 3D state itself, right, where people is like, you know, overall will be like struggling, okay, to in a way to make things work, okay? So now all this is all about like the energy, whether it is ascending or descending. Now, for us, okay, right, on Earth itself, right, the purpose of all like Tao in terms of like spirituality, okay, in the concept of Tao or the philosophy of Tao, okay, the purpose for us is actually to ensure that everyone live a lifetime that we keep on in the way, okay, evolving and ascending, okay, evolving physically and also ascending spiritually. It means so that the energy within us itself, right, we can gain more and more wisdom. And the more wisdom we gain, okay, the more lighter we will feel. And that is actually the purpose of spiritual ascension. So when we talk about the spiritual ascension itself, right, okay, we talk about the 3D state, the 4D state, and also the 5D state. Now, I've been through the 3D state, okay? So, right, this one is like, you know, where honesty is a lot of fear-based, okay? It's like the ego is there. I've really been through when it's like there's a lot of like, you know, fighting for things up, okay? There's a lot of like really like, no scarcity mentality where you feel that if I win, someone else have to lose, okay? If I make it, someone else have to like not able to make it. That sort of mentality. And I've seriously been through that, especially in like my younger days, okay? Right? Even in my early 20s, okay? I am still in a way trapped in this 3D state, okay, where everything itself is about myself, okay, in a way on a selfish way. It's not so much on a self-love way, but mainly on a selfish way. And then like that's when separation starts, okay, right? Things become so separated. And then also materialism, right? That's when I really started accumulations, all the branded goods. Right, you name it at that time when I was like, you know, right, as a crew in Singapore Airlines and all that. Even after that, when I come back, everything is like, you know, I strive so hard, okay, to just get things which is like branded, because in a way, all these brands represents me at that time in that state. So for those of you, like, you know, these are the things that probably you can gauge. Maybe it will be good if I can disappear for a while so you can snapshot or screenshot, okay, what 3D is, because here I'm like, you know, in the way, all right? So 3D also talks about a lot of like, you know, like hard work. And when I say hard working here, it's not really like you work like, you know, just normal hard working, like, you know, day-to-day thing. Like when I say hard work here, it's really like you work so hard and yet you couldn't really, in a way, get the results, okay, that you wanted, okay? And then, of course, in terms of like victim mentality, I've gone through that victim mentality also, okay? So in a way, like, you know, you always find that I'm a victim to things, okay? Yeah, bring me out back, okay? I'm a victim to things, circumstances. I keep blaming my environment. Now from there, okay, after in a way learning more, emphasizing into metaphysics and going to like spiritual path and all that, okay, you will find that when your energy in a way, right, transcend, okay, from the 3D state, you will go to the 4D state, and eventually all of us can actually go into a 5D state. All right, so 4D is all about here. It's a mixed state. It's like a mixture. It's in between, okay? It is when we are expanding our consciousness, okay? We become more aware of the connection. Just like some of you here, you become more aware of your emotions. The moment you become more aware of your emotions, and then you have the curiosity to find out why do you feel in such a way? you have the curiosity to find out into like all this like metaphysical sort of like informations or wisdom. Okay, you started going into self-help, you started going into like meditations and all that. I will say that okay, all of you will be at the 4D state, because on a 3D state, right, generally these people won't be interested in a platform like this or a topic like this. Okay, they will be interested probably into like get rich quick scheme, right, into any investment. Okay, what is like the fastest investment that will get you the shortest time, the most money ever? That is 3D, all right? So I assume 130 of you here following this live, the chances is somewhere within you, you have entered into the portal of the 4D state. Because this is a state where you feel you are more inclined with yourself. You have more, in a way, more connected with your inner self, all right? And you start to challenge your old belief. You're expanding your consciousness, okay? And where you will keep on, in a way, hunger for information, for wisdom, trying to actually find out more and understand things, okay, which is happening not only externally out of you, but also internally out of you. And you start to actually see things in synchronicity. You see things giving meanings to you. You start seeing probably like certain numbers comes up to you. Okay, certain people somehow when you think about them, and then probably the next thing is they will message you and they will call you up. Okay, right, when you think about something, that's when you start to manifest. That's a 4D world. Okay, so it's like it's like somehow you get into like in between. It's like the 4D is in between, and eventually when you achieve into the 5D state, that is when you have, in a way, truly aligned with the divine or the universe. Okay, it's like, right, some people who are religious, you will say that now you are in unison, okay, with whoever God that you are, in a way, believe in. All right, but in terms of feng shui and metaphysics, we talk about the universe. All right, so now in the 5D state is when you feel that your heart is centered, it is at peace, and you need, or you feel that you want to be of service of others. It's not because you want to be of service of money anymore. Okay, right? Money is a byproduct, but you have so much in you that you have found yourself, and you want to give your gift, okay, to the people around you. And now you are vibrating at high frequencies. And another thing is like, 5D state is all about authenticity. You're authentic. You have no issues in terms of like voicing out, okay, whatever you want to say, whatever you feel inside, to express yourself. Okay, so you have all these things, and most of the time you're guided in the sense of your senses and your intuitions, okay, are very strong, and you're also in a flow state. Now it's like, a lot of people sees me. Even today, I went out to do a feng shui, right? Somehow, right, okay, this client of mine was telling the real estate agent that, oh, Jessie is like very hardworking, she do a lot of things. I mean, yeah, I'm passionate into what I'm doing. I will have to say that. But I think people who knows me, especially is like my family members and all that, okay? I mean, it really depends on how you define hardworking, okay? For me, it's like I can generally say that I'm so blessed and I'm so grateful that I come up to a point where I can actually sustain a lifestyle that I'm really, really grateful of. At the same time that I still have a lot of time, okay, to myself. You see, when I say I'm busy, doesn't mean that I'm just fully busy about like business and work. I have time. When I'm just sitting around doing nothing, I'm busy also, because I'm busy for myself. Okay, I have time really like sitting down. I can actually call like my own timing, control my own life. I can actually in a way like arrange my schedule without really having other people, okay, to dictate all these things for me. So I would say that a 5D state is where you really go into a flow state, right? Everything becomes more effortless. Okay, it really becomes effortless. And why I want to share with you this is because it's like, I've been through all the 3 stages. I felt them, okay, and I know that everyone can go through it as long as we are open to it. Not to say we have to be in a firm believer or superstitious, but as long as we're open to it, okay, we have this curiosity within us to find out more, okay? And of course, metaphysics is something that can truly, truly help us to ascend our energy towards that particular state. All right, so today itself, I'm going to share with you is like, why is it important, okay, for us to actually look at when the stars are aligning? Because if you want to transcend yourself from one state to another, okay, right, remember, working hard towards it in a way that sometimes it depletes a lot of our energy. Okay, spirituality is the same thing. All right, we don't really have to work so hard about it. We just have to just keep going, just taking a step at a time. But when when the portal aligns, when the planets align, or when the stars align, right? Okay, things will flow. And now is a season where it's the best timing for us to actually do that. Okay, it all started. When does it start? Does it start like last month, as in like August? Okay, actually everything itself, right? Okay, it started, of course, way earlier than 2020, but kickstart officially, okay, it started on the 21st of December 2020. Now, many of you here I see are familiar names. Probably some of you here have actually joined me last year when I shared with you about the Great Conjunction, the special date that I asked many of you to do feng shui activation. And I tell you why this date is so special that you shouldn't be, in a way, like miss out on it, because this is like once in a lifetime thing. How many of you here actually joined? I have at least 5 sessions last year, okay, in a way preparing people for this, the whole transformation, okay, that's going to happen or take place for this few years itself. All started in 2020 winter solstice. Now, Chinese winter solstice we call it 冬至啊。冬至 means is like, you know, when you do your Chinese like dumplings, okay, like those rice ball, rice glutinous dumplings, okay, when you eat. And for Chinese, right, okay, a lot believes that 冬至大過年, especially for you, it's like me raised up in the temple, we work in the temple, right? Winter solstice is very, very important because that's when the transitions of Jupiter happen. Transition of Jupiter means Tai Sui. So if you, those of you who go to my temple and pray and all that, you know that after winter solstice, right, that's when you go for prayers of Tai Sui or the Sip Tai Sui, Grand Duke Jupiter, right, okay? I mean, on the moment when the 21st of December take place, the next day you can actually go and worship the new Jupiter. Now, that's on the religious point. But on the metaphysical point, it's the same thing, because in a way that, okay, during this particular day itself, winter solstice is starting or the beginning of Yang Qi coming. It's like a new beginning, right? A lot of people believe that winter solstice, okay, is bigger than Chinese New Year. Because this is when everything starts all over again, when you have the new Yang Qi comes in all over again. And last year, winter solstice is so special and so powerful, okay? Now, don't worry if you miss it, all right? Because it's only a kickstart, okay? It's only a kickstart. After it have a grand kickstart, there are numerous, okay, things that will happen following in the years to come, including this year and also next year, all right? Just like an earthquake, when you have a major earthquake happen, right, okay, then after that you still have what we call like the subquakes, okay, all this 余震, you call it, okay, they will still have the aftershock, okay, you will still have it. So this 21st December itself, winter solstice, okay, when it happened, it is when, okay, Jupiter and Saturn, okay, aligned from Earth, okay, from Earth itself, you see that they actually appeared in an alignment so near together that somehow you wouldn't be able to witness this, okay, right, at least, right, it happened. The last time when people are able to see it in the night sky was at least 800 years ago. All right? And the previous time that these things happened, okay, is at least about like 400 years ago. Is what it's like in like 16 something. Okay? So when this great conjunction happened is, okay, and the special thing when it comes to metaphysics, when this thing happened last year, it happens in December. It's where the rat is. Now, rat itself, okay, is also in terms of the 12 zodiac or the 12 planets, okay, is the first beginning. It actually, in a way, represents the beginning. So when you look at it, that great conjunction, all these things you can Google, okay, all these sites are here, these are sourced from NASA and all that. You can Google all these things, all right? The thing is, why is it this great conjunction is so special? Because every 20 years, the Jupiter will align. Every 20 years, Jupiter and Saturn will align, all right? Somehow they will align, it will conjunct. But last year is something different. Okay, last year is a phenomena where it actually aligns at the rat palace, where it's 0 degree or near 0 degree, where it actually in a way marks a brand new beginning of things, okay? And this particular alignment itself, right, okay, like this phenomena will at least last for at least 200 years, all right? And then, okay, the last time when we can see this alignment itself was in 1623, okay? And the next time you can see the alignment again, okay, similarly, it's not on a new palace, you know, similarly in the same palace will happen in 2080. That's why it's a once in a lifetime thing. You miss it, you will not be able to witness it again. But again, there are continuously many different phenomena that will happen, okay, throughout this year. And next year itself, again, it's also once in a lifetime thing. That's why I say, okay, this star alignment is a blessing for people who are ready. For people who are ready, you will feel and you can sense that intense energy, right? For those of you who actually feels your emotions and feelings, you feel it, but you're not sure why you're feeling it. That's why all these workshops are good for you. Because in my workshops, either you go to my meditation workshops, which is like another one in next Tuesday, or the free workshop like this Sunday, come to it because it's going to give you information to understand why you're feeling the feelings that you're feeling. Understand? Because once you understand it, then you already in a way break through it. You are no longer manipulated by your subconscious anymore. You bring your subconscious or your unconscious, okay, in a way to your conscious level. And that's when in a way, psychology, in a way, label it, that's when your unconscious becomes your super conscious. That's when you have that supernatural power, okay, because the brain is so, in a way, powerful. Let's put it that way. That's when manifestations and everything can happen. All right. So when we look at the Great Conjunction last year itself, right, okay, the most important thing, okay, besides that it is in a way conjunct at a very, very close, okay, very, very close degree, it also happens near 0 degree north, which is at the Red Palace, because December, winter solstice itself is a Red Palace, and red, out of the 12 zodiac animal, is like the first zodiac animal. So this is the moment where it actually in a way tells us that it's a moment of a grand restart. Now, a grand restart also means, you see, it so happened, it aligns with winter solstice. Winter solstice is also, okay, it represents a brand new start into a new era or into a new year. That is the marking of Chinese Metaphysics solar calendar of winter solstice, okay? It's a brand new yang qi of a new era, okay? And then, why is it like these two stars, okay, is so important for us to focus on, all right? Now, Jupiter and Saturn. Okay, so when we look at Jupiter and Saturn itself, okay, now Jupiter is a wood star. So when you look at wood star in terms of Chinese astrology or Chinese metaphysics, right, now wood star, it represents growth, okay, it represents like in a way creation, anything that is like in a way keep on growing, okay, synergy together, like in a way like expansion, okay, like rapid growth and all that represents by Jupiter. And Jupiter is also the biggest star or the biggest planet, okay, in our solar system, followed by Saturn. So now we are talking about, okay, two of the biggest planets, okay, in our solar system are aligned in the same direction, in the same angle, in the same degree, okay, all aligning there from a 0 degree of a new start. That marking, okay, it gives us a portal, okay, opening up a portal for us, okay, to actually in a way have this opportunity to align to this energy to start anew, okay, so that in a way that we can have a brand new start to things. But the thing is, if we are not aware of what we need to start, okay, if we are not aware of what is keeping us from starting anew, okay, then that's why people will struggle emotionally. Why people see it as a curse is because you see, you look at Saturn. Saturn represents Earth, and Earth is an element that only has a past, okay, in a way they do not have like, you know, a future. You see, Earth and fire, those of you who follow me, I always mention about this, okay? Fire is out of the 5 elements, right, okay? It comprises of only the future without the past. Okay, because the fire only burns, it keep on burning and progressing. Okay, look at all the bushfire in like US, in California state and all that. It just keeps on burning, but once it actually stops burning, it becomes ashes. That's Earth. So Earth is a collective of a past. Okay, so Saturn here represents, right, everything, okay, in a way that represents, of course, Earth structure, our belief system, anything that in a way has been incorporated into a person based on our past experience, past like, you know, a trauma, whether good or bad, it in a way has incorporated into a person that forms a structure or forms a system. Now, when these two stars align together in the same palace, they start to have interactions. Just like the same thing when you look into a party chart, okay? When you look at a party chart, right, why we want to look at a clash, a combination, a destruction, okay? Why do we want to actually see, a monkey tiger is a clash? Example, why do you want to see the clashing or destruction things going on? Because we want to see when all this like relationship that's going on with the animal side, that is represented by the planet, okay? It tells us what are the things that we need to actually work on. It gives us strategy. It gives us the awareness of the things that we have to be aware of, okay? And also plan ahead. So you see, wood and earth energy is a, clashing energy. It is countering because wood counter earth. So you see is when you have a clashing energy, it means that you need to have a new thing. When something clash, okay, something needs to break, something, in a way, new things needs to emerge, okay? There's a clashing of things, okay? So whenever you have a clashing of things, right, okay, new things will have a chance to emerge. At the same time, old things needs to die. Now, a lot of times, that's why since last year onwards, if you feel, in a way, a lot of things like sadness, frustration, okay, like anxiety, okay, like what else, okay, for those of you who actually have like different sort of feelings, okay, or emotions, whatever all these feelings is the way that our subconscious is reaching out to us to tell us that, hey, something within you has not fully let go yet. Because Earth is about the past. In order for us to get ourselves ready for a grand new beginning, okay, of a new era, okay, we have to let go of the past, all right? Because if we don't let go of the past, right, we cannot start anew. So therefore, okay, when we have all these feelings, like some of you says that you feel frustrated, okay, some of you says that you feel sad, okay, you're unsure why. It means that your sadness and your frustrations or your anxiety is telling you that something from the past that you have not let go of. Firstly, we need to let go of the past, and that's when it comes and brings us into this year, in 2021. Now, 2021, if you pay attention to it, right, okay, it's a year of the graveyard. Okay, it's also a year of the earth, okay? The earth where you can see here is like, okay, earth producing metal. Now, that metal is a new beginning, is a new start. But in order for you to actually get into the new start itself, right, okay, something needs to go into the graveyard. That's why ox, okay, the animal sign of the ox is actually a graveyard that represents earth. So this year is supposed to be a year where you start to plan for your new beginning. Can I just see how many of you here actually joined early this year in February, if I'm not mistaken? We have this party and we label it the new beginning party. All right, how many of you here actually were there with us? There are like almost like what, 700 over people online, okay, on that night where we are celebrating the new beginning. Because this year in 2021, if you follow through the whole things, everything that I do, all events, even though it's a party, all events, all meditations, all workshop, okay, it is specially curated, okay, by looking into all the alignments of the energy to bring out a certain effect, okay. So Linda Wong, you're there, Coco Lee, Ayaka, you're there, right, okay. So it's like, you know, the new beginning party is supposed in a way, okay, to bring us energetically, okay, to get ready for a new start. But that new start is not supposed to start this year, you know. That new start is only starting next year. Because this year, okay, is supposed to be the ending. Okay, because as I say, if you don't end things, you cannot start. So this year itself is an ox year, okay, which is a graveyard. It's supposed to mark an ending of things, okay? So ending of what, okay? So ending of what itself, right, okay? For this particular month, August onwards, okay, when I actually do all this, like those of you who join me, right, on the full moon, okay, last month itself, meditation full moon, we get rid of a lot of like internal fear. Okay, a lot of emotions and internal fear and all that, okay? And then the next one, next Tuesday itself is, okay, it's like a new transformation. Why is it I want to start specifically on August onwards? I've shared previously, okay? Because based on the alignment and the portal, okay, right, August itself is where, okay, the alignment of the energy portal is going to break open, okay? Therefore, when it opens itself, right, okay, heaven, earth, and man, when it aligns, when we have the right intention and the planetary alignment also opens at the same time, that is when we can accelerate our work so that we don't have to work so hard. For people who strive to actually let go of things, okay, who strive to actually have a new beginning or a new transformation in their life, okay, if the planetary alignment are not there, you can still achieve it, but you have to work harder, okay, because it's like you only have the environment and also the human luck to help. But let's say now you have the right environment, okay, and the right human luck means like the right action that you're taking, but the heaven's luck is also on your side. That's when the three things merge together where you feel and you see tremendous result. That is when you like go everything on the fastest level. All right. So when you look at here, okay, all this like, Jupiter is the wood sign and the Saturn as an earth sign itself, right? Okay, it is just telling us that since last year when the grand conjunction has happened, is a beginning or a kickstart of a full transformation. right? So for those of you who are ready in a way, like, mentally, to want to transform yourself, okay, who want to make a great change in your life, starting from last year and this year itself is the best timing. And I emphasize into the second half of this year, okay? Why second half of this year is because I waited, okay, for the alignment or the portal to open, okay? Now, when you see, when all the stars align, okay, when we talk about like the biggest star in the solar system, which is Jupiter, okay? So whatever, when it aligns itself, right, the impact or the effect, right, will take really a long time to see, right? Because it's like once it aligns, because it is so great, the mass is so great, okay, and it's so far away, so you will feel that the impact will take like 1 or 2 years to really slowly kickstart on Earth. But if you look at like, the sun and moon, full moon, new moon, every within that week itself, you will see and you feel the energy very fast one. When you're near a full moon, right, you will sense that intense of the energy. You will immediately see like, the tidal waves and all that, like, the waves and all that will be impacted because the moon is so near, okay, to Earth. And then it's affected by the sun as well, okay? All this energy is the strongest and like, in a way, nearest, okay? The moon is so near so that we are impacted by it. But the results of it is not that sustainable because it's short term. So we have to keep doing it. But when we talk about the great conjunction like this, every conjunction, it needs at least 200 years, okay, of an era. It marks the starting of the 200 years, okay? So in order for it to officially kickstart, probably you need a few years because it's relatively to the time, all right? So that few years itself, that's why this year is all about getting rid of the old. How to actually end things in our life, okay? And by next year itself, those of you who have read the ebook, okay, by next year, that special date, okay, it's a date that you will never ever get it in your lifetime again, all right? Not even your children. Your next generation will not be able to get it also, okay? It depends on how long life, because you see, the next time for that date to come, you need another 180 years. I've done all the calculations, okay? For that date to come by, okay, exactly that special date, all right, to come by is 180 years. Now, those of you who are practitioners, right, you will find, Jessie, chances is like probably 60 years from now, you might be able to get that date. Yes, you can get the parts, the formations of that date, okay, the alignment of the parts of stars, but you will not get the alignment of the feng shui stars. That's what I'm going to talk about this Sunday, okay? Because when I say that special date itself is not only from a parts standpoint, it is also from a feng shui standpoint. So that's the things that I want to actually talk about this Sunday. That's why I urge all of you, get that ebook and join me. All right? So now the thing is, when we see this big thing happen already, so that's why I've been, in a way, taking a lot of my time this year itself to calculate and look into all the small alignments, right? The big alignment of great conjunction won't come by that easily, okay? At least 20 years once. For this, like, in a way, like, go all the way into like a restart again, it will take at least 200 years, all right? But then we have a small alignments of the stars, which is example, like eclipse, or a full moon or a new moon. It means all these smaller alignments depends on the sun and the moon together with the earth. And this one will have almost immediate impact. All right, every time when you see all this eclipse or full moon or new moon, you will feel the energy. For those of you who are sensitive with energy, all right, every time when a new moon comes about or a full moon comes about, okay, you will sense that emotional energy, okay, within you. But this energy, in a way, probably lasts only for that week. Then after that, it will phase out until the next full moon comes back again. All right. So this is what we call a smaller alignment of the stars. Does it also help us in terms of our ascension? It also helps, and it's very important. All right. So now here is, why do I actually kickstart everything in August this year? Since last year, the Great Conjunction, and then this year, okay, the previous Facebook Live, I've talked about it, okay? August, okay, is actually the month where the humans portal, okay? Humans portal is that the door, the gate has actually opened, right? Those of you who missed this session, go and look back on my August 11th Facebook Live, okay? That Facebook Live, I talked everything about the ghost month, okay? Like about like August, why is it so special? Even from the Western, point of view, also somehow August itself is a very special month, okay? Why is it so? It's all on the August 11th. I'm not going to repeat that. But why I say here is, like you see, from August onwards, okay, that's when the humans portal open. When humans portal open means that, okay, it's the best timing onwards for us human to redeem ourselves. Right? In a way, if you want to actually go into like the ascension of your energy, right? August onwards is when you have like the best time, okay, for the portal or the door to open, for us to really be in connection with ourselves. That's why those of you who join my full moon, how many of you joined my full moon, okay, like almost 2 weeks ago? My full moon meditations, right, that is the moment where a lot of people sense like, a tremendous sort of like impact, okay, right? They feel it's like, wow, it's a very different sort of like, experience, okay? Why is it so? Because it's actually done in August, where the human's portal is actually open, okay, has opened on that month. And then the next thing is we want to pay attention. Now, those of you, if you want to follow, remember this half a year is very, very important. Half a year from August onwards all the way up to the date in February. And I have a lineup of a series of like workshops, okay? Some of them complimentary, okay? Some of them is payable, but we try to ensure, we do ensure all these workshops are within means. Within means, right? Maximum is only 100 ringgit workshop or a 50 ringgit workshop. We will not go more than that, all right? In order for everyone to be able to actually join, learn something, and also follow up for half a year itself to raise our energy and to transcend, all right? And the next big upcoming things is like we have to pay attention to is actually November. Now, when you look at here, November. Now, in detail, how does this work? Okay, look back into the August 11 Facebook Live. Okay, now in November itself is when the peak month comes about, and that's when we have the heavens portal now open. Firstly, is the human's portal. So these 2 months itself is for us, okay, to actually work on ourselves, as much as possible, to let go of whatever that's no longer serving us as much as possible, so that when November comes, when the heavens portal open, that's the best timing for us to again go into another level of ascension. All right, so the November heavens portal, right? Okay, if you really go and research all this, I've already done it, because that's how we need to prepare way before when it happens, because that's when we prepare way before, that's how when we can do the work to get ourselves ready. That's all the purpose about Chinese astrology. All right, it's not that when it happens then only you do the work, it will be too late. Because when it happens, you do the work, it will be reacting to it. But when before it happened, we do the work, we are preparing for it. So heaven's portal open in November. That's when you see the eclipse will take place. You will see the lunar eclipse and also the solar eclipse. Now, even though the total solar eclipse happening on December 4th, December 4th is still considered November month, because it has not in a way officially transited into the red month yet. So you see, when November, the heavens portal open, right, again you see special phenomena, special alignment of the stars. Now, not all the year you will have this, only this year it is so special, because since last year, when all the stars are in a way aligning together, you will start to see a series of alignment happening if you pay attention, or if you know, right? For those of you who are practitioners, right, you will know this, all right? So when the heavens portal open, that's another chance for us to get ourselves really ready for it, okay? And of course, after the November session, you will go to the February session, okay? But the February one is like that your once in a lifetime thing, okay? So whatever that you're experiencing now, okay, or getting yourself ready, right, this is all in a way preparing, okay, us energetically. Because I say that if you follow all these things, whatever that I'm doing, I'm sharing all the workshops or all the breakthrough programs that are about to come in this half a year's time, right, it is much, much better compared to you coming for a personal consult. I know many of you here still waiting for a personal consult session. Why I don't have the time is because all my time are put into efforts of doing all this. All right, and my personal consult, okay, many of you know, is 600 ringgit. All right, but all these workshops is only like 50 ringgit, maximum 100 ringgit, because I want all of you to be able, okay, in a way to help yourself, get yourself ready and make use of this once in a lifetime thing. All right, so when you're ready, all the way it comes to the Tiger month, that's when the Ghost Gate happen. Now, don't be afraid of the Ghost Gate. The Ghost Gate, it just means that when it opens, it means that, okay, all the good things will come out, all the yang things will come out, and all the yin things will go in. So that is when we can really, in a way, transform our body. That's when we really can actually, in a way, like break out from our cocoon. Okay, that's when we can actually break out from our cocoon and transform, okay, as a new physical, energetical being or physically being. That's on February, but we'll go through that. Okay, so all this is a series of episodes. But here, I'm going to share with you as in like how can you actually, in a way, at least understand slightly more about it, because all deeper details, okay? Like why August, it's like why November, why last year conjunction, okay? In details from the hexagram, from I Ching purposes, how we can make use of it to your to your 12 animal sign on your 4 pillars. All this will be covered in those special workshops or special session. All right. So now, here is like, okay, now why I say is that, okay, this Sunday workshop is so important because I'm also going to share with you, okay, what you can do in order to prepare yourself before the 7th of September comes. Now, this Sunday is the 5th of September. Now, 7th of September is another very, very special alignment of dates, okay? Because those of you who have actually joined my Restore and Replenish Meditations workshop itself, okay, which is happening on the 7th of September. Now, this particular day marks a beginning of our lunar and solar calendar, like co-currently. You see, again, another sign of alignment, all right? Because you see, in Chinese metaphysics, we have 2 types of calendar, okay? We have the lunar calendar, we also have the solar calendar. Lunar calendar is where you have the full moon and the new moon, Choya Sapna, when you go to the temple for prayers and all that, mainly is to work within, right? For things which is like, you know, for our spiritual growth and all these things. Now, we also have a solar calendar. Now, solar calendar is for us to plan in terms of our external self, our achievement, in terms of our business. Now, in the olden days, people use this, is called the Farmer's Almanac. They use it to do farming, solar calendar. If you watch Li Ziji and all that, right, she always use the solar calendar. Whether you goes into Gok Yu, okay, you goes into like Lap Chun and all that, okay, like, you know, different solar calendar tells you to do different things because it's seasonal, okay, and that normally we use it for business strategy, right? In the olden days, farming is a business, but of course nowadays, like how many of us really farm, right? Okay, and of course we use this calendar for external achievement things. But one thing about September, okay, once like August comes in, the so special thing is, you see September, you have alignment of both lunar calendar and solar calendar starting exactly at the same day. Now, if you really look at my record, I have not done any new moon meditative workshop before this one. This is kicking off my first new moon workshop. I've done full moon, I've done solar eclipse, I've done lunar eclipse, okay, but I've never done any new moon. Why? Because timing is important, okay? So here, on this particular date, is where my first kicking start of a new moon workshop. And it kickstart on both the lunar calendar and the solar calendar concurrently going on the same day. Now, you will find this probably like every 2 years. Now, the last one it happens was in like 2019, if I'm not mistaken. 2019, you also have a month where you can see this happening, all right? And the next one, if you miss this date, the next one will happen in 2024 when officially period 9 comes in. Only in 2024, you will see another potential alignment like this, all right? But it is not as special as this particular one because this particular one happens in that big conjunction, all right? So therefore, it's like this small little alignment, it has so much more impact on it, okay? So on that day itself, okay, what can you do, right? For those of you who are joining me for the workshop or meditation workshop, okay, on that night itself, great, you'll be guided on what you need to do, okay? For those of you who are not joining, it is fine, okay? So this Sunday, I will also share with you, okay, what else can you do if you're not joining that workshop? What else can you do on your own, all right? So remember, all these things and all this alignment itself is actually opening up that 4D portal, so that we can connect to it, that brings us from a 3-dimensional world into our 5-dimensional world. And I will say that, okay, this is like, I think for all astrologers, okay, I will say that people who are really passionate about what they do, they will be really, really excited about all these findings, okay? I mean, money aside, okay, making the business aside, because these are the things, because it's like, it's something that you will feel very excited and passionate about because it never happened again. Because once this year is gone, okay, you can never, in a way, like realign all this, stars again. You have to wait for Jupiter and Saturn to again go into a new alignment, a new start, another 200 years, roughly from now, okay? All right, for at least another meeting of the Jupiter and Saturn, at least 20 years. That's when a period cycle of every period. Every 20 years, we go into a new period. That is Saturn and Jupiter, all right? So for all this, like the next year, I give you that special date, which is in your ebook, right? You will never have it again until 180 years later. All right, so therefore, we are excited. I mean, I am excited. I'm not sure about others, okay? So therefore, I really hope, okay, for those of you, if you feel connected to it, if you feel keen to actually find out more, okay, do actually at least sign up for the ebook. Right, the ebook we have curated, my team worked hard for it, okay? We have actually prepared the ebook here, okay? The Grand Centurion Portal. Grand Centurion Portal, if I give a name to it, why I say a Grand Centurion? Because it's like it wouldn't take, like, you know, it wouldn't occur again until, like, you know, 2 centuries later. All right, so it is like, you know, something, that's why I give this name to it. All right, overall itself, it just tells you that special alignments of the special dates, okay? So it's a free copy. You can actually, in a way, like, sign up for it, scan on the QR code, or at least, like, you know, click on the link in the chat, okay? Share it out with your friends or whatever. Look into your animal sign. Look into the things of what are the things you have to watch out for, okay? I put there, one is, in a way, if you successfully navigate and unsuccessfully navigate. Why? Because everyone is at a different platform, different energy level. If you're ready, it means you're ready successfully navigate, you will see all those things happening to you. But if you see on otherwise, it means that you are not mastering your destiny yet. You're not in control of your life yet, okay? So that's when, okay, this Sunday workshop, I'm going to tell you and share with you, how can you be in control of your life? What can you do? What are those breakthroughs? What makes you feel sad? What makes you feel that anxiety, all right? What actually push your subconscious emotions to come out? There must be an answer to it. So all this we will actually disclose in this Sunday workshop. So this Sunday workshop, if you are interested, it is inside the ebook. After you've read the ebook, you feel the calling, you think that you want to actually come for the workshop, just click on it and register yourself. It's also free because it's fully sponsored by J Group, all right? Because I really want to bring this information out to as many people as possible, and I'm very, very honored because Jennifer Yap, okay, which is a very, very long-term friend of mine, she in a way support me and agreed to actually sponsor. So all my hard work, she paid for it. So you don't have to thank me, you have to thank her because I'm paid. It's not free, okay? I'm not that waitai, I value one, okay? So everything that I do, I need to actually see the value behind it. So when she sponsors, okay, I get my value. All right, so these are the things that you can do. And if not, for those of you, if you think that you have, like, you know, you have the calling to join me in my upcoming, the first ever new moon meditation workshop. When I say the meditation workshop, those of you, if you have joined me before, you know that it's not that you come here 2 hours and you sit down there and meditate. No, okay? It always comes with mindfulness. You always need to come with mindfulness first. It means that we have to find out what is going on within us, okay? What are the breakthroughs that we need to actually look into? What are the fears that are stopping us from moving forward, or, like, in a way, like starting anew? So when we identify this, then only we go into a meditation state where normally we have a guided meditation, and then after that we'll go into a sound immersion. So we'll use different sound techniques, okay, to help you to clean or to clear all this stagnant energy. All right, so all this is via Zoom. If you're interested, you can join this, restore and replenish, okay? So if you're joining, it is 80 ringgit per session. But those of you, if you feel that you want to actually buy previous session, the full moon one, okay? Now, even though it has passed, but the information used inside can be used, okay, in any full moon to come as well. All right, so if you want to prepare yourself, okay, even if you purchase it now, all right, you can get the replay link, okay, given to you, access to it. This few nights itself, you can actually try that full moon meditation first, and then after that on Tuesday you come for this new moon meditation, okay? So for 2 together, you are getting it at 100 ringgit for 2. If not, you sign up for 80 ringgit. All right, so thank you so much. Let me look at the comments. Any questions there? Anyone wants to share with me your emotions again? How to sign up for the meditation for this coming Tuesday, okay? Now, that one is just now that I've actually shared, restore and replenish. You can click on the comment, okay? Or you can also, in a way, like, you know, scan on the QR code, all right? You can actually scroll down the comment as well, all right? So any questions there that's, you know, that stands out? Any one of you needs to ask anything, okay, before I go off, okay? Right? Okay, what are the feelings or emotions? Be very in touch of your feelings and emotion. Even if you're signing up for this Sunday's workshop also, try to recall your feelings and emotion for the past 2 years, okay? Right? Like ever since the pandemic started, ever since the first phase of MCO started, how do you feel? Right? Somehow it's like probably when you are out and about, most of the time you don't really feel it on the years before. But mainly you feel it these 2 years, okay? Try to recall those, jot it down, write it down, okay? Before you come for any of the sessions, because it can actually help you to find a much more clearer answer to it. All right? Any more questions? Okay, learn to live, follow the flow, is it? Okay, Shirley, yeah, all right. Because you see, when we talk about go with the flow, like it's only not externally go with the flow, you know, right? For me who have actually experienced, okay, how does it feel like when you are trapped in a 3-dimensional state, and when you experience the 5-dimensional state, right? It is so different. When I was trapped in a 3-dimensional state, right, okay, I mean, I can, like, in a way, like, consciously tell myself go with the flow, but internally just cannot flow. Everything becomes a struggle, you know, even though it's like a relationship become a struggle, you know, you have to work so hard to keep things together. That's how difficult it is, okay? You have to, like, in a way, hold on to things because there's so much fear. But once you have experienced the 5-dimensional state, right, things really becomes really effortless, all right? You have to feel it to experience it. It's not something that I can say and you can, like, you can, like, feel it. You know, you have to actually experience it inside out. So when you experience that, okay, where things becomes effortless, where you totally let go, that's the real definition of flowing with that state, all right? And that is a 5D work. So I'm sure some of you here have actually, in a way, gone to that state. Sometimes we lapse one, you know, right? Moments, right? Okay, it depends on our conscious level, okay, our awareness, because energy goes up and down. So sometimes, right, okay, you will be thrown back. So normally when you reach the 5D state, okay, normally you won't go down to the 3D state, okay? You will, in a way, sometimes goes back down to the 4D state. And then after that, you, in a way, consciousness come back, you go back to the 5D. But those of you who are at the 4D state now, the chances is you will be thrown down back to the 3D state, all right? So that's how awareness comes in, and we keep on pushing ourselves further and further. And the best news is because now, during this special phenomena, is the best time for us to, in a way, lift ourselves. I won't say push, because you don't really have to push hard, because the heavens alignment is there. Is the best time for us to, in a way, redeem ourselves. Let's put it that way. All right. So Amy, Lena Lim, no wonder been feeling irritable, moody, anger, all those yin. Yeah. Right. Recall to all this feeling, try to, in a way, journal it down, write it down. So during the breakthrough this Sunday, when we talk about the animal sign, different palaces, okay, when we talk about how is it going to impact on you personally, all right, so that is the moment where you will try to find answer. How is this going to impact you? And then after that, of course, what can you do about it? All right. So Amy Wong here was saying, I previously worked hard and worked so intentionally to get better with mom. And now it really takes no effort. Love the feeling. Oh, you have actually worked it out with your mom. I remember, yeah, okay, your struggle with that. Okay, that's good. Remember to keep doing it, because at times, right, okay, you might be, in a way, shifting between that 2 dimensions. So you just need to actually work harder towards it, so that eventually, right, okay, you will always, in a way, stay at that state. All right, so that's the best thing, at least the best thing we could give to ourselves. All right, Rina says that how to sign up the replay and coming event special price. I think when you click on to the restore and replenish there at the bottom, okay, you have an offer of signing both programs together. You just sign up for the both programs, okay. I will highlight to my team, okay, and they will actually, in a way, like email you to the replay link. All right, and then after that, Corina also been following. I remember all these names, okay, very familiar names, okay. This year, on the 7th and 8th September, it is a holiday of Rosh Hashanah, okay, meaning the new year for Jewish people. Oh, that's good to know. I didn't know about that. Very special, planting the seeds for next year. Amazing. All right, that's why you see, it's like, you know, this year especially, right, okay, all this alignment, it is very, very special, okay? Right, of course, all this alignment itself, okay, it will also align, like I say, if you miss this one on the September 7th, you wait until 2024. It will have another one. It's a few years, all of us can wait, okay? But the thing is, this particular one coming up is so special because the bigger scale of it, we are inside a portal of a big scale that's happening, all right? So therefore, it is good. Does it affect as per zodiac too? Okay, all this alignment, yes, definitely. All right, that's why this Sunday we will then look into the different zodiac, into different palaces, at least, okay, for us to understand how is it going to impact us. Okay, and this Sunday workshop is free, okay, because it's fully sponsored by J Group. All right, so Summons ID, I really hope to see you there. All right, so on this Sunday workshop, first you download the ebook, and then if you feel like it, you register for the Sunday workshop through the ebook itself. All right, so thank you so much to all of you. All right, remember to do your homework, okay? Like, be in touch with your emotions, be in touch with your feelings. Those of you who sign up for the replay of the full moon workshop, okay, listen to it, meditate to it, okay, whatever that has been taught inside it, do it, okay, because that's your homework. All right, and then after that, get yourself ready, because when Tuesdays come, when the new moon workshop comes, right, okay, it will be so much easier for you, right? Here you have like Cindy. You are my manifestation during the transition of my spiritual cleaning. Okay, get more clarity from the workshop you shared. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, right. Thanks. I mean, I am in a way very honored and blessed. Okay, so, many of you here, okay, like old connections, and there are many new connections here as well, right? Thank you so much for at least giving me a chance to share this with you, and also thank yourself for it. As I mentioned, okay, people who are stuck in a 3D state, they won't be interested in such a sharing one. All right, once you are interested, if this sort of sharing in a way somehow casts an interest on you, it means that you have experienced a 4D state. All the 3D states are the ones that know they are only interested into like probably Bitcoins. I'm not saying Bitcoins is bad, okay? All right, they will just like know all this like, speculative shares, all right? All this like, how to actually in a way like, penetrate all these like business strategies that can actually like bring like your business level or your income, okay? Like, within a week, work from home and you get 5 figures and all these things. People are interested in that. If you are in a 3D state, I know, I've been through that. All right. So for those of you who actually follow my Facebook Live and all these things, right, means something within you have shifted. So thank yourself for that. Be proud of yourself because of that. Because it's not something that anyone can help you, You need to come from within. Because we can share. But if inside of you do not have that seed that it will eventually blossom, right? No matter how hard we share, it will not get into you. All right, so that part itself, right, all of you really needs to thank yourself for it. All right, so thank you so much, okay, to all of you for tonight, right? I mean, those of you who actually joined me after the live sessions have ended, do continue to share your emotions as well, okay? Pen it down, release it out, okay? Let me know so that when I read all your comments at the self, okay, during at least like how I curate the workshop itself, it actually helped me to curate. If I see majority of you have a certain issue or a certain trend or energy level of a certain issue, I will try to curate my workshops in order to help you find, okay, those answers, okay, for the issues that you have now. All right, so thank you so much, Charmaine, for Jessie Fu, and then Bonjivi, Silly. All right, so thank you to all of you, Jill Leong. Okay, you have already signed up. Thank you. Yeah, my daughter cannot wait to actually stop the session. She keep looking at me. All right, so thank you so much. Okay, I'll see you again. Hopefully, I see all of you. Okay, all of you this Sunday. All right, really looking forward to that. Meanwhile, stay safe. Okay, and also stay reflective. All right, thank you so much. Bye bye. Good night.